Alright, so today I'm going to be testing out Grok Imagine and try and see how good it actually is at creating videos. So we're going to use a new generation here. We're going to go ahead and test it out. Now we're going to be using the standard tier, like the original paid tier that comes with your X membership. Now, if you wanted to use some of the other stuff that's included with Grok Imagine, as you can see here, there's 480 and 720p. I'm pretty sure for 720p, as you can see here, you have to upgrade to Super Grok, which you can get for free for 7 days. However, you then have to pay $30 a month, as opposed to the, I believe, $9.99 or $11.99 for the standard X membership that comes with just standard Grok. Then you have Super Grok Heavy as well, but I'm not going to take any of these. So we just see here that basically to do so, we would have to use the 720p, we'd actually have to upgrade. Now we have 6 seconds or 10-second duration. Once again, for 10 seconds, you need to upgrade. Then here we're limited with the amount of options we have in terms of how we want to scale it and what we want the image to actually look like. We're going to go with a vertical as if we're making short form content here. And you can also generate images here. You can generate video, and I'm pretty sure agent is where you would have to, oh no, you can actually operate with the agent as well. So we're going to go to video because that's what we're doing in this video. And I'm going to paste a prompt that is pretty detailed so that we can try and get something that's actually high quality. Now, in the short time that I've utilized Grok Imagine in the past, it has looked pretty good, but as of now, I'm not sure what we'll get from this. We're going to try and see it in real time. So generate an epic anime-style fight scene between two original warriors during a climactic battle. And then it goes on and on with all kinds of description. So I did this intentionally because I really want to test the quality. The time that I used this prior, I really wasn't very detailed, and it was still pretty decent. But I want to see in real time what exactly we get, so let's go ahead and test it out. I'm going to let it run and actually still be letting the recording go, just so we can see how long it takes as well in comparison to other AI video generation platforms. Because sometimes it can take forever. I remember Sora AI that was from ChatGPT. That used to take quite a while. This is generating quite quickly, though. We're at 99%, and wow, that was pretty fast. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. That was pretty decent for what we put. Let's check the prompt again to see what it looked like. So generate an epic anime-style fight scene between two original warriors, and it goes into detail. So yeah, that was pretty decent, and it actually matched what we were looking for. Now I want to try something more hyper-realistic like we see here on the right. So I'm going to go ahead and create another prompt. Alright, so I'm testing out a different prompt, something that they typically, block on other platforms for whatever reason. So I'm trying to create a hyper-realistic action image of literally the soccer/football star Cristiano Ronaldo playing soccer. So hopefully they create it in that actual way because it's so hard to get. Oh, we get it. So obviously that wasn't perfect because he wasn't wearing the appropriate jersey to my understanding, but regardless, that was phenomenal in comparison. This is what the prompt was. I said generate a hyper-realistic action image of Cristiano Ronaldo playing soccer in a packed stadium. I mean, I was assuming they were going to use Portugal, but maybe that is the team he plays for now. I'm not sure. Outside of actual World Cup soccer. Anyway, as you can see, you can even utilize this for those types of things where you can actually create real life people. Other platforms will block that out for whatever reason and say like, oh, we can't generate the image of someone that is a star or whatever. But in this case, it actually can. So this is where I find Grok Imagine actually steps it up in comparison to, let's say, Sora or, other video generation platforms. That is really, really cool. Well, Imagine at this point, like I said, is actually one of the best ones that I've seen in terms of quality here. So let's scroll down and take a look at what else we have. All right. So it has its own little like social things. Okay, we have some somewhat NSFW content, not fully, but and yeah, I mean it's really high end. The only downside that I would say this has is that you're limited with how long you can actually do this. Like 6 seconds is fairly short, but if you're trying to create short form content, you can do it in different scenes with the standard version. Let's create this one more time and take a look at how it looks and how quick it actually generates, because that's another thing that I find phenomenal here is how fast Grok Imagine actually operates. Because I remember with Sora, even with just the, a few second versions, I think it was also 6 or 7 seconds, it would take forever. I'd be waiting like 5 minutes sometimes. This has been extremely quick, and that stands out greatly to me here. So we're already at 90%. And if you're trying to, so we get pretty much the same thing. That's still very good. At least it's actually Cristiano Ronaldo. So that's about it. We tested out. To my knowledge, this is probably the best one that I've seen. The only downside, once again, is the fact that it is so short. And if you wanted to, have higher resolution and nicer images, and let's see if we can do 16 by 9. Yeah, so if you wanted higher resolution, you're going to have to go ahead and pay more money. But at least, if you're creating short form content, you can use this with your standard Grok or X membership and utilize video generation and image generation with pretty high quality and into details that platforms typically don't allow us to do, like creating actual people and using them as prompt references. So hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.